used to want to do. I don't have the job as a fashion designer. I don't have the job as a lawyer. I don't have the job as a psychiatrist. I don't produce my own comic books. I'm a college professor right now, but I am doing my job content. For my job content, everything happens thanks to this job. Oops. So basically, I like beautiful things. That's why I like to draw beautiful characters. And my current job, of course, involves a lot of PowerPoint making content. So I can somehow satisfy my need by doing these things. I care about color things, I care about the size, I care about the shape and the font of words. So pretty much I think, oh, this is good enough to satisfy this type of desires. And I also have to talk to students a lot and talk to my colleagues a lot, especially when I go to conferences. People ask me questions and I have to somehow defend myself, so back and forth. It sounds more like a lawyer. So I'm not practicing law, I don't have clients who pay me a lot, but I go to conference for free to satisfy that kind of desire, that part of me. Psychiatrist. Whoever stopped by my office, talk to me, I always tell those students, I'm going to charge you, because if you go out to see shrinks, do you know how much they charge each hour? 2,000 NT per hour by talking to a licensed psychiatrist. More expensive one can go above 2,000. So when you have some issues, you need someone to talk to. Talking to me is free. So I'm going to start to charge students by doing that. But this is definitely the type of jobs, type of content that I was interested in. And like a fashion design and a costume design, I am not a designer, and after I had experience working in Mexican companies, I don't really have that kind of intention anymore. I did apply for these majors when I was applying for grad school. Then I checked out the tuition chart. So tuition fee is just one set of the cost. You have to think about all the extra costs you pay for materials, especially in that kind of majors. You have to buy a lot of materials, and also living expenses, because the schools that you want to go for good fashion design, then New York, London, I don't have that kind of money, so that's okay. But what I can do, or what I did, is since I work in a marketing department in track, so I created a class for fashion marketing. And during that whole class, I do whatever I want to do with fashion and somehow satisfy my desires as well. Okay. So basically, what I learned from my own experiences is I do not focus on jobs. I never worry about getting a job and make money. I believe that I can work on any industries to make a decent money to support myself. What I care about is whether I get to do things I like, whether I get to decide what I don't want to do. And it proves that even if it's this type of job, this type of profession, I still get to do whatever I wanted, or even my childhood dreams. So it never really ends, or it never disappears in my life. I have very strong preferences about things. I don't like math, I don't like science, so I try not to touch them. Although, during my graduate study, I still had to. And through my graduate study, I learned statistics is the only subject that I like, although I hate math. Because grad schools taught me statistics is the only class. If you study, you get points. Other than statistics, all my grad school courses, I studied so hard and I still failed. Because they are liberal arts. They are not science. So there is no answers to so many questions. So I learned to like that during my graduate studies. And at that moment, I learned that it's not like I'm not good at math. I thought I was not good at math, but it's not. It's just whether I have enough confidence built to show that I can also handle this type of subjects. So I blindly believe that I'm not good at math or science or logic, but it turned out to be I'm not bad, and I got straight A's on statistics simply because I wasn't confident enough before my graduate school studies. So I also explored, okay, I can do so many things if I started to be more open-minded about the subjects, about the things I can do. So the whole overall process gave me a lot of confidence, and also studying in the States definitely helped me to know who I am. And the way Americans treat you is like, oh, you're such a genius, you're so talented, I've never seen such a genius in my life type of environment. That makes me as an Asian feel, okay, so outside of Taiwan, I'm the person who's valuable. So all these environments and experiences help me to build into who I am today. So only appreciation for my past. So what I would suggest you to think about is, if you never thought about what you want to do or what's your dreams, that's fine, because dreams are dreams. They stay dreams. It's not a bad thing if you realize them and they're not dreams anymore. But I'm not saying that you shouldn't try to think about what you like and what you dislike. But try to start to think about what you want to do in the future, and also now. Not as a job, but as things in your life. I didn't know that when I was much younger. I had this understanding probably recent years. I have been focusing on what I want to do as things, but not jobs. And I believe even if I didn't go for the graduate school, I didn't work in this profession, I will still find ways to do what I want to do. That's me. And I am very confident in that. And I will have a way to support myself financially and mentally. So try to start to build that kind of mindset for yourself. Because once you get out there, there's so many things happening, your environment, people change. You have to stick to what you believe in. Otherwise, it's kind of out there, it's harsh. So, pretty much what I want to say to you. One more thing is, especially for female students, try to appreciate yourself. Especially nowadays, we are, independent in so many ways. But still, some female students make me feel that they need more support mentally. So I just want to say this specifically for female students. Try to appreciate yourself, know what you are good at some things. Don't focus on things that you don't do better than others. Those are not your things, just let them go. Others can do it, but try to look at what you can do well and remember them. And you have to keep adding those things to your life, so that you can have more confidence in yourself. Once you start to like yourself, be more confident, everything will go so well. So somehow, I don't know, I grew up with no regrets for anything I do. No regret whatsoever. So all the decisions I made are the best ones. All the choices I didn't take, they're not good choices. That's how I see my life. Positively confront everything comes to you. That's my only advice. Done. Any questions? Oh, yes.
Have you ever feel like what you did or what you're doing right now is not good enough? Like
Not good enough?
before you become like this confident, like have you ever like overcome like this phase that you feel like okay, this I'm good at, but what I did is not good enough, like for you.
Oh, me? You're talking about me? No, I'm just kidding. Let me stand up, stretch out. Before I met my PhD advisor, my confidence level totally destroyed, especially high school. Junior, senior high. I went to the school that I wasn't made for. I was bottom 3 when I graduated. So all my classmates in high school, I went to a very sick female high schools in Taipei. All my classmates, before the entrance exam, they keep calling me saying, "Are you done with your studies?" "Oh, I just finished mine for the 5th time. How about you?" And then they all got into so-called ideal universities. I was very, very concerned. So I got ready to study for another year to retake the entrance exam because I knew I would well fail, which I didn't. So, but all my friends and family members, when they saw my grade for the entrance exam, they were screaming, "Oh, you have college to enter." So that's how. So you can imagine my confidence is pretty, not only bad, but negative. And even till today, the reunion from my college friends, everybody was kind of making fun of me. "You, college? What? I can imagine anyone but not you. You suck at study." So that's how I spent my senior high and my college time. Then I went to the States. Then Americans, although they did bad things, but one thing they're very good at is to boost your confidence. So I took a part-time job in library. My co-workers in the library, I didn't know them before. I was just having a part-time job there during summer break. So one day it was a very boring time, and I was drawing some cartoon. Then one of my co-workers saw the drawing. So, "Oh my God, you're an artist. Did you study art? Is your major art?" Then she called all the other co-workers to come. "See, we have a genius as a part-time student here. How can you do such a great thing?" All those kind of stuff. Then I was like, what? In my junior high school in Taiwan, the teachers will punish me for doing that in class. Reading comic books, they're gonna take your book